Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm covering 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, Season 1, Episode 10. Like I keep saying, this show, we're not getting enough content. Every time I feel like I blink, 40 minutes has passed, and I feel like we're just kind of getting little bits and pieces of people's storylines, and we always go without a couple. So this week it's Devin and Jihoon. With that being said, let's start off with the couples. So the first couple I want to start off with is Paul and Carini. So they finally get to Carini's hometown, and this is where they decided that she's gonna have the baby. Paul is still unsure of whether he's gonna get deported or not, and he hasn't told Carini's parents that there's a chance that he could be deported due to the terrorism translation. So then and Paul's mom, if you remember on like the previous season, well, not necessarily the previous season, but beforehand, Paul's mom, Carini's mom doesn't like Paul at all. And it seems like she, even though time has passed and like her daughter's pregnant, so he's gonna kind of be part of your life, she still cannot stand him. And I don't blame her, because I can barely stand Paul. I don't know how Carini does it. Sometimes I'm wondering, like, Carini, are you sure you love him? And stuff, because sometimes you talk crap about him and the next hand, he's your everything. So, I don't know. Maybe that's how those two people operate. Paul tells her father that, of the translation and the issue, he could be deported. And her dad is pissed, because her dad's probably just like, yo, dude, like, get your act together, because you did all this foolishness in America, and now you can't be here you don't know if you can be here to support my daughter full-time to raise your child together. So, understandably, he walks off and he's upset. That's all you have with Paul's stuff. So next, we're going to do Jenny and Sumit. So, Sumit's family has been calling him non-stop. We saw last episode of him talking to his family and them wanting to know the Addy and all that stuff. And he's decided that he's going to go and see his parents. I don't know what his objective is, because is he gonna like see his parents and then convince them like, I am doing this, it is what it is, or he gonna see his parents and be like, hey guys, I'm still alive, you know, I still have a job in that other city, okay, gotta go. Is he actually going to stand up to them? So I hope he does, but he seems like a chicken. So he breaks the news to Jenny and tells her that like, sorry, I have to go. And like, Jenny's understandably upset, because she's like, yo, I'm in this foreign country, I can't speak the language, I can't do anything by myself. How do you expect me to kind of be independent? And then Sumit is kind of just like, he is assuring her, but like, maybe if we lived in the same if we grew up in the same country, we spoke the same language, you're telling me you leave me by myself, I'll be self-sufficient. But no, it's the opposite. So Sumit needs to be there, and for him to not tell her when he's coming back, like, that's another thing too. You're not gonna be dipping out on me and then I'm supposed to just wait until you come back. I'm not doing that. No sir. But I still love Sumit. I'm team Sumit and Jenny. So next we have Tiffany and Ronald. Whew. They're gonna have to eventually let go of Ronald's past, because at this point it's gonna be, it is what it is. She gets married, I guess on her 10th day there, and yet she has her sister flown in, and her sister is going to give him the approval, or he's going to ask for her sister's blessing a day before the wedding. How does that work? I'm like, even if his sister would be like, I don't know about him right now, I gotta think about it. Either way, Tiffany, you were getting married regardless, because you don't do this the day before. Especially if a couple days before, maybe a day or two before, you're hearing the real story about your husband's criminal record and as to why he can't come and live with you in the States. I think Tiffany is pushing Ronald onto her family, especially because they don't know him like she knows him. Telling her sister to call him brother, like, no, I need to get to know you. Knowing you through text and a video chat once in a while is not enough for me to be calling you brother. Anyways, Tiffany's dad gets there, and he's asked Ronald, which he gets there the day of the wedding, which that is a very interesting day to arrive when you're going to an event the day of, especially because you're flying such a long distance. There needs to be like recovery time and stuff like that. Anyways, not my business. He asked Ronald to go pick him up in his hotel, and his hotel is attached to a casino. And we know casinos and Ronald don't go together. Ronald tells Tiffany, and Tiffany is almost treating him like a child, of just like, no, that's not for you, don't do that, I'm gonna call and have someone else do it. When he's a grown man, if he wants to mess up his life, mess up his marriage and his commitment to you, he's gonna do this regardless. You telling him, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that, will not help the situation, because he's a grown man and he's gonna do whatever he wants. So that's not gonna help anything. So he's gonna go pick up her father for the wedding, and we'll see what happens. They made him look real crazy when they show you what's gonna happen in the next episode, in the previews. Yeah, they made him look real crazy. Anyways, ooh, there he goes, focus. Moving on, we're gonna do Cory and Evelyn. Cory is like this close to being on Nicole's level, as far as like someone who's very delusional and has selective hearing and hears only what he wants to hear. Because when I've decided to settle down with someone, or someone I want to be with for a very long time, we have to establish that we're on the same page. We do not need to agree to everything, but major life changes like children and marriage and moving to a new country and starting over, you need to be on the same page with me. Because it's one thing if I want to live in a house and that's my dream, and your dream is to live in a hut. We need to have those communications beforehand, before I decide to do anything serious and long term. It seems like Cory is trying to buy Evelyn. He thinks investing all this money into stuff there, selling all his stuff and moving there, is going to convince her to marry him. I commend Evelyn for kind of standing her ground as to what she believes in, and if she agrees to marry him, I know that like her stance was very fake, because there's nothing he could do to, or I think there's nothing he could do to change Evelyn's mind. So we'll see what Cory's trying to do. I don't understand what Evelyn has been doing while she was there, because it seems like everything needs to be bought back again. Everything needs to be brand new again. How does she have no chairs? Where's all the equipment and all the stuff? I'm confused, because I can understand that you don't get the same luxuries as you do in a first world country, but I assume that their currency is much, has lesser value, where American money converted into that currency can go a long way. And I don't see it. Even if she decided to, even if she still wants to live in her small kind of village place, she should be living in the best house in that village type of thing, with the type of money that Cory has put into the business, the car, all this stuff. So if Cory wants to be a scam, if Cory likes it, I love it. So you do you, boo. And last but not least, which these people were last on my list, I forgot about them, we have Laura and Aladdin. So Laura is very bright, because I don't understand with these Americans not doing a speck of research. You didn't even look at Qatar on like Wikipedia or anything. It was just kind of like, oh, I get to be with my man, blah blah blah. I'm gonna sell my stuff, I'm gonna leave my kid, bye. And I guess she forgets how conservative the country is, even where Aladdin is from, how conservative it is, how very male dominating it is. And even though she's not like that, that's good for her, but he's like that. And she needs to properly communicate with him that he needs to up his bed game. But not necessarily just tell him, yo, up your bed game, you're whack in bed. But give him the techniques and tools that he needs to do to better himself as a sexual partner. Because he keeps asking her, like, is there something wrong with me? Am I not enough? And at this point, he is not enough for her, because she is not happy. She is putting his man's dirty laundry out there, because Aladdin is, and I feel like she's doing this to sabotage Aladdin, because she knows how attractive he is, but he's apparently a 2-minute man that has no interest in learning how to please his wife, and very bad in bed. I didn't appreciate also her showing him the sex toy, because I didn't have to know Aladdin to know that he was going to react like that, because of the type of culture he's from, the type of person he is, very prideful. She shouldn't even have brought it out, because you're not going to be throwing away my good sex toy, and I know those sex toys are very expensive. So I would talk to him about it and say, like, I'm not feeling happy, but like in America we have things to kind of give you a helping hand when it comes to pleasing me, because I am not getting pleased. And she just shows it to him, and he like is in the microphone, and he opens it, and she explains, and he gets very upset and very offended. You have to slowly open his mind to those type of things, because he's not used to that type of thing. Regardless if he was good in bed or bad in bed, that makes no difference to him. What you need to do is ease it in, and every time you're intimate, be vocal. Tell him this is not working. Tell him you don't like this, and things like that, to get better. If he doesn't get better, that's when you can put him on blast. It's like, I told you to do this, and you did not do this, and now you're wondering why I'm not satisfied. Anyways, I hope their whole storyline is not about their sexual life, but I'm excited to see what happens. Anyways, that concludes my recap of 90 Day Fiance season 1 episode 10. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I'm just a dumb cunt, fucking sick and tired of it. Maybe I could front love, maybe I could buy a zip, maybe I get fucked up. Next time I could save some. Why it's gotta be like this? Why it's gotta be that way? Put it inside. Feel so rise up, banging on that loud.